Now that's it for the very basics of Next.js and especially the file-based routing system. How you can create multiple pages, including dynamic pages, and navigate around. Now Next.js also has a lot to offer when it comes to pre-rendering these pages and when it comes to fetching data for pages. And that's therefore the next content block we're going to dive in this course section. But for that, we're going to leave this dummy news project, which was only there for learning the core basics about file-based routing, and we're going to switch to a different project instead. And for this, I got a brand new project. And this project is about the same idea. It's the same kind of project as we had in the React Crash Course tutorial, but you don't need to go through that module first. Instead, attached you find a starting project, which I did create with that npx create next app command again, just a bit cleaned up and with some components which I pre-built for you. Simply because these are standard React components, nothing Next.js specific in there yet. We're going to work on them a bit throughout this course, but at the moment they're just basic React components, and since you already know React, I don't want it to bore you by again writing such basic React components. Instead, here we want to focus on the next features and the many cool features Next.js adds, and hence this starting project already has a couple of components which we will use. On the other hand, the pages folder is empty, so that we can again practice this file-based routing and add some pages for this project, and the styles folder also just has some basic styles here. And therefore, we're basically starting from scratch here with a brand new Next.js project, and we're going to build this meetup application here, which again is kind of similar to what we built in this React tutorial already, but there also are some differences. The application we're going to build is all about having some meetups. And we got a page that allows us to create new meetups, and those meetups will then be sent to some backend and will be stored in some database. That is logic we're going to add throughout this course. And we then have a page where we fetch and display a list of meetups, and that's of course also something we're going to build together. And we then can also visit the detail page of a given meetup to fetch and display the details for that specific meetup. And that will be a dynamic page where different meetup identifiers are encoded in the URL. And therefore, we're going to practice what we briefly touched on already, file-based routing, and we're going to add a bunch of new features where Next.js helps us related to data fetching, but also related to blending backend and frontend code and sending requests to an API, which we will build together in this next project. And therefore, we got plenty of exciting topics to cover. Let's dive in.